Everybody is celebrating their wins in Bonk. Everybody is looking at Bonk, considering to buy still in. The question is always, how high can it go? I just made a video on that, what I think is the potential further upside. In this video though, we want to look at what could potentially be the next Bonk and how can we go about this? Do we have to be late? Do we have to wait until the price already appreciated, or is there maybe another way? I want to show something. When you go to solscan.io, you can look up the Bonk token. And in here is a holders tab. Now this shows the largest holders of Bonk, and they've got several millions worth of the token in their wallet. Now I went through those wallets and I looked at what are they holding besides Bonk? That's probably their next bet. And they have been successful in the past. Maybe that was partially luck. But on the other hand, if they've already got millions worth of crypto, probably there's some skill involved as well. Because that's the name of the game, right? Despite all the volatility, despite all the luck, long-term money moves from the not so skilled to the very skilled. So the people that have a lot of money tend to at least also have more skill and tend to make the better picks. Now here's how we can find those other holdings. We put the account address into sonar.watch. And it's unclear if those accounts belong to centralized exchanges or to individual whales. Independent from that though, it's always interesting what other coins might not yet be on your radar. There had been a lot of talk around PIF. There had been a lot of talk around JTO and HNT, Helium. But maybe you haven't heard that much about Neon. Maybe that's worth investigating. Next wallet, 217 million, 38 million in Bonk, but even more in Stick. Are you aware of Stick? I wasn't. Again, we've got PIF in here, some Atlas as well. And this is interesting. A second time we are seeing Neon. Third wallet, only quote unquote 66 million, half of that in Bonk. Again, we see Atlas here. PIF is a recurring token as well. Now, before we continue, right, none of those tokens are advised to purchase anything. This is simply just a first stepping stone to filter out among those thousands and thousands of coins to see what are the whales buying. Because when the whales hold millions and millions of those coins, then probably at least there's no real security issue here. Probably there's not going to be an instant rug pull, right? You don't put in millions and millions of something in a coin if you haven't done at least a little bit of due diligence as a whale. We of course don't have all of those tools. Here's an interesting calculation error. This has 84, not million, not trillion, but quadrillion. And the reason why that is because of two very illiquid coins. So very likely the owner of this wallet is the issuer of those two tokens. Besides Bonk, something very new here, Dust. I've also never heard of Block and of P. Especially the Dust position might be interesting because it's relatively large as well. Next Bonk whale has some Helium, has some PIF, has some JTO, but also some unknown tokens. FCON, OTK, Slim. Last wallet, 52 million, besides Bonk. There's also some Helium and some Orca, but very small positions. Now, what's the reason for this video? This video is not to show off those random tokens. The reason for this video is to give you an idea of how to get potentially a market edge. The main thing in crypto is always to be one step ahead, to be more informed than the average user. If you want to get average returns, you have to have above average knowledge. Otherwise, how else should you get the money except simply just being lucky? And to get that information edge, you have to do research, or at least you have to be part of a community that joins in on that research. If it's your first time here, feel free to subscribe and give this a like. This will help the channel grow. And speaking of community, feel free to join our free Telegram. Link is down below.